Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So continuing our reviews of holiday blends, today we are doing Sutliff's Match Holiday Mixture. Cool thing about this one is that this has a long history of being available to pipe smokers. It was originally made by Lawrison Brothers back in the early 1900s. In 1968, Lane bought the rights to the mixture, along with a lot of the Edgeworth blends, and now Sutliff. Well, they've been making this for a while, but Sutliff makes this match blend of that. This is an American. They call it an American English. We'll get into that, but it's categorized as an American English blend. It's got black Cavendish, Burley, a lot of Kia Perique, Virginia in it. Tobacco Reviews says that this doesn't have any toppings on it. We'll get to that. The Tobacco Reviews also says that this is a cube cut. I would call this more of a
Coarse cut.
Coarse cut, yes. Or maybe even
A broken
somewhat of a broken flake. This comes in bulk. It's available anywhere you can get Sutliff bulk products. Strength on this is moderate. The flavoring on this is mild. The taste on this is moderate as well. So we'd like to go ahead and give you our thoughts. And another on this blend, another thing that I was thinking about is that as I was reading about this one, it says holiday mixture, but the word holiday kind of is confusing because my question is this actually a holiday blend for the holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, or is this considered holiday blend in reference to the term holiday as a vacation?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know. I could not get that straight. But since it had the name holiday in it, I said, well, we're going to go ahead and do it
take it
as a Christmas blend. Yeah. Okay, so let's go right into this one, Nathan, and see what you think about the tin note on this.
Well, I had a hard time getting the tin note out of it in the jar. I got a much better tin note when we had it out in the bowl, when we were getting ready to pack and we were kind of letting it breathe. Because inside, you can get that burley, man. Inside, just a really earthy, woody, burley flavored blend. Don't smell much in the ways of the Cavendish. Very, very, very lot of Kia, if any. I mean, I know it's in here because they say it's in here. That's the only reason. I don't get very much Perique or any other flavors. It's mostly burley that I get. Now, when we laid it out in the bowls, I immediately went to... oh, wow, this smells like chocolate. And that's what I kept going to.
Which to me it makes it a burley forward smoke.
Yes.
Yeah. It's definitely got that chocolatey Hershey's chocolate kind of note, like a Hershey's Kiss.
Yeah.
There's a little bit, I get a little ashiness in there too. I wonder if that's from the Latakia.
Maybe.
But there's like a light ash smell to it. I said ash.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a sweetness back there in there, kind of like a sugary, marshmallowy kind of sweetness to it. As far as the smells of the Virginias, I don't get a whole lot. The grassy kind of sweetness from all of that. I don't get any Perique at all. Any of the spiciness from the Perique. And you're right, the Latakia, as far as the scent goes, plays a pretty minor role. Yeah, it's hardly in there at all. That's pretty much what I get from the tin note. What about you?
Yeah, inside of the tin itself, it smells like your traditional burley smoke. Burley, really, really forward, very earthy, woody scent, and that's about all you get until you put it out in the bowl, and that's when you get the chocolatey.
Yeah.
I don't get much else of any other flavors or blends or anything, just that chocolatey burley.
We said we weren't sure about the flavorings that is added to this. Tobacco Reviews says it doesn't have any flavorings added. I'm getting a little bit of a fruitiness that might, and maybe that's from the Periques and from the Virginias too, but I kind of sense that there might be a light topping on here.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away from the tobacco smells or anything like that at all.
No, it doesn't. If they do any type of topping, they've done it well because it doesn't mess up anything by overpowering the bowl or giving it that chemically type thing that American.
All right. Well, let's go on to the tastes. What are you tasting?
Here's where I believe that there is Latakia in it. Still a very, very, very minor roll. Get a little smokiness from it. So it definitely has that mouthfeel, that texture of smoke that you get from English blends. Big, full bellows of smoke. Kind of zingy on your gums a little bit. But then burly. Just a lot of burly coming through. Very nutty. The chocolate is almost gone. Aside from what you would get from like a bittersweet chocolate flavor, where there's just a little bit of, I don't know how to say it. It's not a bland taste, almost a numbing feeling.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm not getting any topping tastes at all. I taste 100% tobaccos on this. And I agree with you that the burley is way forward on this. I'm getting an earthy, woody, kind of nutty and slightly chocolatey sweetness from this. The little bit of the smokiness from the Latakia. Yeah, I don't get anything from the Black Cavendish at all.
Nope.
I don't get anything. Well, maybe a little bit of spiciness from the Perique. But it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell if that's coming from the Perique or if that's coming from the Burleys.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. It tastes pretty good.
It's good.
It tastes pretty good. And this is, basically a match blend from, the Codger era of tobaccos.
Yeah.
And this is really, really delicious. Yeah, I think you have to smoke it slow. I think you have to dry it out because it is wet. But it really has a pleasant taste. And it's more complex than you would think.
Yeah.
It's real. I like it a lot. All those tastes that I'm getting. But burly forward for sure. Yeah. I'm quite surprised.
It's a pretty good taste.
There's nothing in it that makes me think Christmas.
No, and that's what I was gonna say. Get
and
into.
There's nothing, or Thanksgiving, nothing about holidays.
No, other than I can see this being as just a very full smoke, and that would be about it. And maybe because it came from the Codger realm of smokes and things like that, most of them were burly Virginia mixtures. That because they added Latakia to it,
and Perique.
and Perique, they were like, hey, this makes it more of an American English that you would smoke during the hardy cold months. That way you feel, because I kind of get that. I would see that in that time, because I smoke Carter Hall all the time, and that's a all-day smoke, all-year smoke for me. But I tend to lean on the English blends and the Latakia blends during the colder times of the year. I don't know why. It just feels better. It feels like a better smoke. So I could see maybe that's what it is. But we're so spoiled for choice nowadays that there are some other things that can taste figgy pudding, things like that. Here.
That's more of a holiday.
That's a holiday. Have a dessert in your pipe.
Yeah. Well, kind of thinking back as to what was available.
Yeah, and what they could do.
Yeah, because I think this blend first started like in the 20s with Larison Brothers. And of course, went on through the 60s and even in the 70s. And then now the match blend being made of it. I think this is one that gets overlooked.
I think so too.
For sure. Golly.
A lot of these burly blends kind of do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I'm not a big burly fan, but I could smoke this.
Yes,
and
I
I
could.
think because of the addition of the Latakia,
It calms it a little bit.
it makes it a little more pleasurable to my palate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. You getting anything else out of the flavors?
Not
We
much.
might comment on the flavors as we get a little deeper into it.
Yeah, it seems pretty consistent. Pretty, not in a bad way, but pretty basic. It's a good burley smoke with a good
It's not
mouthfeel.
changing, yeah.
It's not changing. It's not complicated. It's a tobacco-forward burley blend that has a good mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Because of the small amount additions of the other tobaccos that just change the way the burleys smoke in your mouth.
Yeah, this is a big surprise for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go on to the room note. What are you thinking about the room note on this?
So I said it because you lit up right when we were getting the camera set up. And I said, see, the chocolate is coming back out. And this smells like dark chocolate. Dark chocolate at the end. Like if you were to... The only way I can think of it is every time my wife... Not every time, but... When my wife melts chocolate and if some of it got burnt and it needs to get removed. That's that smell that I'm smelling. A dark, kind of hot, burnt chocolate smell. And it's pleasant. I think the room note is very pleasant. This is something that isn't going to overpower even non-smokers. They're going to find at least a reminiscing scent out of it.
Yeah, I get a lot of burley's scents from this. Kind of that earthy, woody kind of nuttiness is what I'm getting out of the room note on this. But you're right, it is a pleasant room note. I like it a lot. Okay, well, what are you thinking about? Well, we talked about the moisture level. This one comes moist, and we should have dried it out more.
Yeah.
I let it dry for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It probably needs to dry seriously for an hour or so. It's that moist.
Yeah.
But
Takes your average amount of relights.
yeah, well, I'm having a lot more relights than normal simply because I'm talking and how wet it is. But if you dry it out, I think you would have fewer relights for sure. What do you think about the nicotine on this?
This is an even kill nicotine hit for me. I don't think it's overpowering at all. I'm used to, well, I mean, we did just eat too, so that is something that probably is playing into consideration for how it's affecting us hit-wise. Because if we hadn't eaten and we smoked this, we might be feeling a little different.
Yeah.
I would say it's about moderate.
Yeah, moderate to medium for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of things about this one is that, I'm not getting a bite from it. It's not harsh at all. It's a pretty pleasant smoke. It's pretty cool. It burns well once you get it going. We said it had a consistent flavor to it. Little bit of moisture in the bowl, simply because the moisture content, let it dry out. It might be a little bit different. I've had quite a few relights on this.
Yeah.
It's a pleasant aftertaste. I think it could be an all-day smoke.
I think so too. This could be an all-day smoke. It's pretty basic enough to where it is just a good smoke no matter when and no matter what time.
And no, doesn't matter what time of the year either. I think you can smoke it all year long. They categorize this as an American aromatic English. It's more of a burley than an English blend to me. So I would say maybe an aromatic burley. But that's
Even aromatic is pushing it a bit.
yeah, especially after smoking it.
Yeah.
All the way through. Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of Cordial blends.
Yep.
Kind of an over-the-counter Cordial blend
Yep.
kind of thing. It has a little bit of a bitter taste, sooty taste to the end. I think it's because of where all the moisture is collecting.
Well, and like you said, maybe some dry time will correct that issue.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can get this just about anywhere that they sell Sutliff bulk blends. I got this at Cup of Joe's. I've seen it on smoking pipes. I've seen it on tobacco pipes. Some places call it Match Holiday Blend. Some people just call it Holiday Blend. Or Mixture, I'm sorry. So you might... so I just searched Holiday Mixture on each website, and it comes up.
It comes
yeah.
up.
So, and it's real affordable. If you only buy an ounce of it, it's $2.74 an ounce.
And
As
of course,
as you buy more, it gets a little cheaper. So that's a pretty good price for a bulk blend that is available all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, what are you going to give this one?
This one's pleasant, non-offensive, easy to get, and doesn't require a lot of fuss and mess. I mean, so long as you're not upset with relights, which I've gotten past.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it 3.5 shots. I think this is a good blend.
Okay. I want to, as today, smoking it today, in the condition it's in, wet, in this pipe, I'm going to give it a 3.5. I wonder
Yeah, I know where you're going with
if
this.
maybe if I put it in my church warden with a drier tobacco, I wonder if that wouldn't go up.
I bet it would, because some of these, I mean, yeah, just a month, just a month of sit time maybe.
Yeah, and let it dry out.
Yeah,
I think it would go up, but as I'm smoking it today, I would give it a 3.5, and that's a solid 3.5.
yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah,
there's
that's
room to grow for this blend.
Yeah, this is surprisingly good, guys. I'd go out and try some. You can buy it in 1 ounce increments. So if you want to just give it a shot, when you make your next order at one of these online places, add an ounce of this one and let us know what you think. This is tasty.
I like it.
I like it a lot. Okay, so we're coming up to our Tobacco Tasters episode in 2 weeks on the 26th of December, and we are doing Cordial Friends from the Country Squire. Make sure that you get yours because they will sell out of that if they haven't already.
They do really quickly.
Yeah, so that if you're wanting to taste that with us, get on there and get it ordered. Next week, we are going to give our opinions on another Christmas favorite, the new Sutliff Kringle Flake 2022.
Yeah.
So we're going to smoke that and let you guys know what we think about it. I just ordered mine and got it in, and I've already put it in a jar so that it can rest a little bit. And I'm hoping that by next week it will be nice and ready to go. It's got 20-year-old Virginias in it and 19-year-old Periques in it. And I'm still seeing this available online. I know Smoking Pipe still had some, and I know Cup of Joe still had some. So if you want some, you can still get it. Go out there and try it, guys. It's like $12.75 a tin.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's an ounce and a half. It's a little less than what usually comes in a tin. But this is pre-aged tobaccos. Good stuff. I'd go out and try it. That's what we're going to do next week. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy our holiday blends. This has been fun. We're going to give you some more next week. Don't forget,
Make all your piping moments count.
hey, you guys go out and have a great week. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.